Okay, so some rather sad news for Vikings fans, and most importantly, Dalvin Cook and his family. So Dalvin Cook will be out versus the Lions in the Minnesota Vikings season finale because his father has passed away. Now, Cook is returning to his hometown of Miami to be with siblings. He will miss the Vikings' daily COVID testing. His father died at age 46 years old, which, in my opinion, is a very young way to die. His younger brother James, who plays for Georgia, he's the second leading running back on that team. He was supposed to play in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, but he will not be playing there. And he also went to Miami to spend time with his siblings. And the father was a diabetic, but the cause of death is still unknown. And the source for this was Cynthia Cronin, ESPN staff writer. So, I mean, before I pass it on to you, Nomar, I just want to say condolences to Dalvin Cook and his family, and may his father, James Cook, rest in peace. It seems like he really raised Dalvin Cook and his younger brother on great paths, because Dalvin Cook is one of the best NFL players in the league, and his younger brother James Cook can also become a great star in this league too once he gets in it. So I mean, I'll pass it on to you now, but condolences to his family.
Absolutely condolences to your family. Yeah, the Vikings have some trouble against the Lions this week, missing their running back, the best one of the best running backs in the league behind Derrick Henry. And
Absolutely. And one thing that's very important about this is because Dalvin Cook is not playing this game, Derrick Henry will secure a second straight rushing title this year. So that's a pretty important thing right there too. So before we even continue this conversation, I completely forgot, and so selfish of me. I apologize. Usually, when somebody dies, we give them a moment of silence. So I just want to take that right now. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, the Minnesota Vikings team. I mean, they're out of the playoffs. So I mean, when you really look at it, they're out of the playoffs. So when you really look at it, it doesn't really matter that Cook doesn't play this game or not. I mean, personally, I gotta respect his choice. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect his choice. I mean, when you deal with somebody who died, other people grieve with it differently. I remember when Brett Favre's father died, he ended up playing that game. I remember Torrey Smith's brother died, and he played a game. I remember Adrian Peterson's son died, and he played a game. So everybody deals with grief differently. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to play because they got to play it out. Others don't. And I mean, I think it was very important for Dalvin Cook to be with his family during these times. You know what I'm saying? Because these are some serious times, and now you got to go through the whole process of what his father wanted post death, like whether he wanted to be in a coffin or cremated. You got to go through all those types of details, and then you got to go through like what his father left for the family and who splits what, and you got to go through all this other nonsense and BS that doesn't really matter when your father
yeah,
dies. I mean, if a loved one of mine, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, but if a loved one of mine dies, all that stuff is irrelevant to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I just
definitely.
want to. The most important thing is being with your loved ones, and I mean, it's up to. And I mean, I do feel bad for Dalvin Cook. I don't. I mean, 46 is such a young way to go out.
Absolutely, that's very young age. And like you said, the Vikings are out of the playoffs, so there's no need for Dalvin Cook to be playing.
Right. Right. I mean, what's the point? Like he plays a game, possibly gets hurt, got to deal with his
Yeah,
emotions and play through it. It's not really a healthy scene. So I mean, I respect Dalvin Cook's decision to not play this week. If it was an important game, I think maybe I think maybe his maybe he would have chose something different, but I highly doubt that. I mean, it seems like Dalvin Cook decided to go home very, very quickly to be with his family. And I
really.
mean, there's stuff that's so much bigger than the sport itself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever sport we watch, there's a lot of stuff that's so much bigger than the sport. And I mean, Dalvin Cook losing his father, that's really got to sink with him. I mean, the Vikings and players such as Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins have sent their condolences to Dalvin Cook. And I mean, I assume other players from in the league are also sending condolences to Dalvin Cook because this is obviously such a tough time in his life. But I mean, with that being said, Dalvin Cook's um, hope that you have a great time with your family. Well, I mean, not really a great time because obviously, you lost your dad, but I hope you and your family stay strong. Condolences to you and your family, and may your father James Cook rest in peace.
Absolutely.